Have you ever felt that this thing called being an entrepreneur is not what you thought it was going to be? Maybe you're already really successful. Maybe you're struggling. Maybe you just haven't figured out the process or the journey that you're on. And if you're like me, that was mistake number one. Mistake number one for me was I didn't realize that I was on a journey. I just thought I was on the path to building a great business, to having the life and the dream that I always wanted. But entrepreneurialism isn't about a destination, it's about the journey. So what is the process of the journey? I'm going to share that with you, and I'm going to share with you the place that I got stuck that did not allow me to push through to fulfilling my passions, to understanding even what it was that I wanted in life. And many of you are probably right there right now. So let me share the journey real quick. Number one, the journey starts at having a job. Some of you may have never had a job, but the overwhelming majority of you have. And during that time, you developed an incredible skill set, or at least I hope that you did. You know, having a skill means being able to help somebody else, or even yourself, get where it is that you want to be. You develop the same set of skills that helped you be successful, and you could do them over and over and over again, right? But there has to be a transition. When that transition is going from working from somebody to becoming self-employed. Now that is where I got stuck, folks. Because in being self-employed, it's all on my shoulders, right? The whole responsibility of the business is on me. The marketing is on me. The sales is on me. The administration, the taxes, everything's on me. And what happened was I got way ahead of myself. I thought that I was a business owner or an entrepreneur when what I really was self-employed. And being self-employed is nothing more than just developing the skills that you need in order to transition someday into becoming an entrepreneur or a business owner. And it's a painful, painful ride because we all want to scale our businesses. We all want to grow our businesses, but we don't have the knowledge or the maturity to do it yet. And here's what happened to me. What I did is I got way ahead of myself. I didn't have the leadership skills yet. I didn't have the experience. I hadn't overcome the adversity. And I started hiring people thinking I could see tomorrow when I was just mired and stuck in today. I was still trying to figure out, how am I going to make money? How am I going to do this? And I thought that maybe hiring people, because it seemed like a logical thing to do, and getting ahead of the curve would help me become successful. And you know what it really did? It left me in debt. It left me in trouble with the IRS, and it left me in trouble with some of my employees. Why? Because I got ahead of myself. I didn't have the experience, the knowledge, or the leadership skills yet to really be able to understand and forecast the future and grow into it. And that's the transition. When you're self-employed long enough that you know how to understand your business, meaning I understand marketing, sales, the product or delivery of a service or a product, customer service and administration, and how to manage the flow of all of these things, then and only then am I experienced and I've overcome enough things to transition into becoming a true entrepreneur or a business owner. See, being a business owner and entrepreneur is about having the leadership skills and the ability through those adversities, through those experiences, through those challenges, to really understand my business. And to be able to understand how to hire the right people that can help me scale and grow that into a profitable enterprise. Now, some of you are just self-employed right now, and you think you're a business owner, you think you're an entrepreneur, and you're not. And you're not ready yet. And I want to tell you that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Take the time to learn, because each one of these particular areas requires a different time horizon. It requires a different skill set. It requires a different challenge. And until you're ready for that, you're going to struggle if you try to get ahead of the process like I did. And that's where many of you are at right now. You're trying so hard to go to the next level because you don't even know what the next level is. You've never thought about the journey as a process. You've thought about it as a destination. Because ultimately, if you do this right, the destination over a period of time will become that you move from business owner and entrepreneur to an investor, where you're now building into other people and you're helping other businesses and you're helping them learn the same thing that you learned. And when you get to that place, that's when you know you become successful. When people are seeking you out for help. Now, I've made that transition into a business owner and entrepreneur, but it's taken me 10 years. And it's taken me a lot of pain and a lot of heartache to get there, but it was worth every moment of it. The question you have to ask yourself is, are you just self-employed or are you an entrepreneur? And my guess is that for most of us, we're still self-employed. You may have a $50 million company and you're still self-employed. You have not yet made that transition over to business owner and entrepreneur. And when you do, you'll know it, because you'll become not just really, really successful and profitable, but you'll be scaling and looking at all kinds of opportunities that go beyond making money to really making a difference for people. So tell me, where are you at? Are you at that place right now where you're self-employed? Are you at that place where you're a business owner or an entrepreneur? I would love to hear where you're at, but before you tell me how you know you're in one of those two places. Because if you tell me you're in a business owner and entrepreneurial level, I hope that you can show and prove that, not to me or to anybody else, but to yourself. So leave a question in the comments. Leave a comment in the comments about where you're at. And I'd love to explore with you about that transition and where you're at in your life.